Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I will be covering the topic of speeds in RFS. What are the different speeds, what it means, and in case you receive a stall warning or speed low warning, how to rectify it and make sure you don't face the issue while playing. So let's get started. To begin with, here in the mini dashboard, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, there are various values which indicate different fields and data such as stall speed, time to destination, fuel on board, landing, takeoff, and gear speeds, etc. I will start by explaining the meaning of each speed that we see on the screen. Let's start with VS or the stall speed. This is the speed at which the aircraft stalls and is no longer flying. The aircraft will lose altitude. In our case, the stall speed is 136. So, if the aircraft flies below 136, it will drop from the sky, and one must always try to fly above the speed to avoid the stall warning. Now let's look at the other speeds, that is the Vref and the VR. The Vref is also referred to as the landing speed and VR is also referred to as the takeoff speed. In order to take off from the airport, one must reach the VR or the rotation speed of 147 as we can see in our example, and once that speed is achieved, one can take off. While landing, one must be at least at 144 nautical miles in order to land this aircraft safely. Now let's see how you can configure the speeds on the mini dashboard. So here first you need to long press this area which opens up a menu. Now select the V speed option to see the landing and rotation speed, and select the VS or V stall option to see the stall speed. Now let's see how it works and how it will benefit during the takeoff and flying. Now over here, as I increase the throttle to full, and as we can see on this hood over here, the speed is increasing, and we will rotate or pull back on the stick once we reach the VR speed of 153 as we can see below. Now that we have reached the speed of 153, I will pull back on the stick, and as you can notice that this was a pretty smooth takeoff. Now if you pull back on the stick too hard, it will pitch the nose very high and aircraft will start losing speed and it will fall below the speed of stall. In order to recover, you would have to pitch the nose down, but this is when one receives the stall warning. Now let's consider a scenario where you are performing a flight and you are in the cruise phase at say 30,000 feet. In that scenario, if you receive a warning of low speed, that means your aircraft is flying very close to the rotation speed or the VREF speed. In order to avoid this low speed warning, you can either increase the throttle to 100 and try to gain speed, or you can start using this autopilot functionality which will take care of the speed and make sure that you never drop below a certain amount of speed and avoid receiving the low speed warning. The approximate speed or the average speed varies from aircraft to aircraft during cruise, but I would recommend that you try to maintain at least 250 knots. I hope this video was helpful, and if you did like the video, do subscribe to my channel and like.